Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Witcher 3. Look, Geralt is back with his glasses. He has his nice hairstyle again because I quickly went to the barber. And it turns out if you don't have a beard, the barber magically glues one on you if you tell him you want the full beard trimmed. So that's what that looks like. It's a glued on beard, but it looks good on Geralt anyway. So until his own one comes in again, we're gonna go with that one. Yes, 3 days. Or 2.5 days without an episode. I am ever so much sorry about this. There's a very easy reason for that. And hopefully understandable one. I was pretty much knocked out by my allergies for the last 2 days. And I'm gonna explain that in more detail when we have time.
Need to chat.
Right now we want to give him his house. Got your house for you.
Got something for you.
I love gifts, but I prefer to unwrap them in private. Oi lads, mind the barrels. Going out for a jabber with Geralt. Come. Oh, that's better. Alright, what do you have for me?
Well, what did you send me for, eh? Have a guess.
Max Bersodi's house, as requested.
Ah, Horst must be livid.
He's not.
No?
He's not anything except dead. His brother, same thing. A few others too.
Stones you've got. But I didn't think you'd have the stomach for a massacre.
Well... Oh, what the fuck's happening here? Alright, okay. Well... Stomach for a massacre. I didn't really massacre anybody, did I? Oh, look at this. There's a graphic bug here on the hilt of the sword. Of the beautiful Fury sword. Of Fury saber. I didn't really have a choice. I mean, I'm not one for a massacre. I'm certainly gonna say you underestimate me because, again, you know, not a massacre kind of guy. So, sort of had no choice there. I had a choice, but, you know, it wasn't really a choice.
Situation got out of hand.
Oh, sounds familiar. There you are, drinking, puffing on henbane, and then, surprise, heads rolling across the floor. And none know how or why.
Well, that's not exactly how it happened.
I'm not amused.
No? Why not?
'Cause unlike you, killing gives me no pleasure.
The Borsodis aren't worth your tears. Sons of bitches to a man.
Oh, what? Sons of bitches to a man? What does that mean?
Why did you need those papers?
To sink the Borsodis, naturally. You see, I learned of an interesting clause in old man Maximilian's will. It states that his sons must meet and shake hands in agreement at least once a year at Bellatane. Failing that, the auction house must be auctioned off. The proceeds to go to Vilmeria's hospital.
Ooh, that's actually
Guess
pretty
the old
good.
man sensed what might happen.
Horst and Ewald are gnawing on soil now. But thanks to these papers, their relatives won't get the auction house. Families lost it for good, and the hospital will have the funds it needs to treat orphans and beggars pro bono.
Awfully noble of you, showing so much concern for the needy.
I couldn't give a rat's ass about the needy. Made her with it and disappear along with the city. I wanted one thing. Revenge.
Well, at least you're honest, and also, even if it was just personal reasons, good things came out of it, so, you know.
The Borsodis, what's your gripe? Get kicked out of an auction?
Worse. They evicted me from my home. Are you really interested?
Actually, yeah.
Wouldn't have asked if I wasn't.
Ha! Cheeky as ever. My family, they took on some debt. A poor investment in a sawmill. A bad crop one year. A lawsuit lost. You know how it is. When it rains, it pours. We needed but a few weeks to recover. But Horst Borsodi had acquired our debt. All of it. Demanded it be repaid immediately. I pleaded. I begged. I tore open my shirt at his threshold. Ugh. It was like talking to a wall. I went to the auction. Saw those perfumed pricks by my father's sword, my mother's death mask, my brother's horse tack. Ah, Horst earned a pretty pile selling our mementos.
No surprise
Most
the
of them
animosity
stolen.
you feel for him.
That was but the start. My Iris's parents learned of my family's misfortune, and our betrothal was no more. They found her another suitor, one from beyond the sea.
Oh.
The anger I felt. I thought I'd gone mad. Went to the tavern, drank a round, a second. I brawled, then had another tankard. And then, I asked the wrong bloke for help.
Ah, can't root him. Well, shit. Damn, I actually feel somewhat sympathetic to you now. Because, you know, the whole house losing... You were a family of, and they all admitted it, plunderers, pilferers, and killers, basically. And most of your fortune came from the misfortune you inflicted upon others. If you didn't right out kill them. But the last one, you know, you losing love of your life because, you know, you fell out of fortune. That's just sad, and that's just sad.
Sad story.
Isn't it? Truthfully, I'm surprised I retained any cheer in my soul. Well, why do you stand there? Do you need something still?
Well, the third task would be nice. I mean, just saying. Thing is, though, as completely willful and out of the blue his tasks sounded, they actually were. He must have pre-planned, or at least had them in the back of his mind for a long time. The, you know, giving his brother a good time because he felt bad for his brother, apparently. And certainly the one with the Borsodis. As impossible as it seemed to him, he certainly wanted revenge for a long time. I mean, he's basically solely responsible. Not solely responsible, but very much responsible for, you know, his sob story.
Third wish. Time you stated it.
A moment, Geralt. I must say to something. Then we'll chat. You there. Yank the herring out the barrel.
The herring? Oh, dude. Ooh, that's not good. That's why I said tend to the barrel. There's somebody in it.
Come on, none of this dallying.
I thought it was filled with water. Okay, it wasn't, so they just kept him in there. Okay, that's bad, but not as bad as literally drowning him in a barrel.
Now, ready to listen? Or do you still not give two shites about what I've got to say?
I'm ready. I'm listening.
Good. You'll return to your lord and tell him as follows. His demand was brazen. Hurt me to the core. For I was brought up to respect the sacred law of hospitality. And I shall not bend to an uncouth boor's dictum. Understood? I will pay him a visit shortly to test his willingness to adapt. So you ride off and announce me. And don't spare your horse. Got it?
Aye, got it.
Give this man a mount and leave him go.
A mount? Whoa!
Come with you. We must talk outside.
First of all, it occurs to me that some people just have way too
Theory
big hands.
believe
in this
one
game.
should only discuss important matters out of doors, with the gods as witnesses.
And second of all, give this man a mount. I guess since he's going somewhere where you are going soon-ish too, you get the horse back. But as I said once, I mean, horse is about as precious in medieval times as a car is these times. He wouldn't give away a car. Mind you, he's a rich person, so since he has a lot of horses... Bloody, 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 blah. I'm rambling. Nobody cares.
Barrel. What was that about?
On the way here, we stopped for nourishment at a tavern belonging to one Lord Dauntless. We enjoyed ourselves as one does at an inn, raucously. Our antics were not to the liking of this Dauntless. Sent a man to warn us that if we were ever to return, we would hang.
You burned the inn down?
I left ample compensation with the innkeep. But it seems the rapscallion neglected to mention this to his lord. But that's of little import. What matters is someone called me a whoreson and threatened to kill me. It was one of those threats that sound like an invitation. I intend to accept it. Return to those parts.
Why do you take it so personally? You are immortal after all, for now.
Must have made quite a few enemies along the way. Maybe not today and not tomorrow, but someday, someone will find a way to take you down.
And that should trouble me why? I feel no fear, no regrets.
You feel no fear.
The wise men of Oxenford claim there are no gods. After death, there is only the void. I've known this void already. Death holds no surprises.
No, you can't. You're still alive. As much as you think you might be quote-unquote dead, since you are somewhat undead, being immortal and whatnot, you don't know death. You have not died. I mean, not the kind of died that stays dead.
Fulfilled 2 of your wishes. Time I learned the 3rd.
Confident, aren't you? Proud, sure of your strengths. Fearless.
3rd task, if you don't mind.
Mutations. They stripped you of emotion.
Nope.
Tell me, have you ever loved? I mean, truly loved?
He has. Me? Not so much. He just, I think, most of all, why he wants this to be over with is because he hates to be in anybody's debt. It just... and I can understand him. Being in somebody's debt means you more or less, yeah, well, you actually owe them. If you just in money debts, just quote unquote in money debts, you owe them money, at which point you need to pay back, and if they are not that high, they can't really do much. You know, if $100 or what, that's not that bad. If you're in high money debts, you might actually lose, like he did, house and whatnot, which is bad. But if you're just in a debt, like, you know, you owe me something and I'm gonna come collecting at some point, that is the worst part of that, because, you know, you never know what he's gonna ask, and it's probably gonna be something shit. He or she, by the way, or it, if it's a organization. Wait. Completely. Yes, I've loved. No, I've never loved. I don't give a shit.
In no mood for a heart-to-heart. I'm to do something for you. Tell me what it is.
A true professional, eh? Know what I think? I think you only feign the cold killer, when in fact you seek new and ever stronger sensations, as I do. Seek to prove to yourself that you are still able to feel, that some remnant of humanity remains within you. I'd make a right good witcher. Problem is, I don't know the road to kä min, and I doubt you'd give me a pendant.
Cut the shit, Olgierd. 3rd wish. Still waiting to hear it.
Problem is also...
Aye, aren't you stubborn? Fine.
kä min
Listen
is
well.
no more.
I had a wife once. The day I saw her last, I gave her a rose. A violet one. Bring me that blue. Wouldn't mind reminding myself what it looks like.
When was that? How long's it been? Flowers wilted and turned to dust by now.
You wished to hear a wish. Now you have. Fulfill it. I ride now to visit this Dauntless, but one of my men will remain here. He'll know how to find me. That is, of course, should you succeed.
At least you could tell me where your wife is.
In my old manor, east of Martin Foy's farmstead. I'd wish you Godspeed, but, well, you understand, I'm sure. Goodbye, Geralt.
Scene from a marriage! So, after this very long talk, which I stretched, sorry about that, with my unnecessary ramblings in between, if they annoy you, tell me. I'm gonna try to keep them to a minimum. Because sometimes I just have these inclinations to go off on a tangent because of something. One of those good people I'm talking to said, "Where do I need to go? Go to the Eric." Alright, to the mansion. I see. So, and I still owe you an explanation as to why I didn't upload an episode the last 2 days. And oh, shut up, we know that one already. And it is, and I already told you it was because of my allergies and because they knocked me out the last 2 days. So, as we talk.
Hey! You hear me?
No. Yes, maybe. Last year we talked about immunization. Getting immunized. Shut up. Getting immunized for allergies, and I wanted to do it. Didn't do it. Oh, fuck. Okay, we need to do this because he's just screaming left, right, and center.
Mighty rusty and covered in creepers. Need another way in.
Oh, I need another way in. Okay.
Kendrick!
So, yeah, fuck off. So, I didn't do it because last year my allergies weren't that bad. This year, though, they came back with a vengeance. Since the weather was so weird most of the time, it was sort of cold, not warm enough to well, to do anything really. For anything to bloom. They had a late start-ish, and they all started now. Apparently, everything I'm allergic to started to bloom at the same time, and the last 2 days were literally the worst I've ever had to endure in terms of allergies. My eyes were swollen all the time. I couldn't. Breathing was getting actually a bit hard. I got something for that, because otherwise I would have just gone out of my mind. No, it's ooh, what the hell? It's not the kind of thing that would have killed me or anything. It's just I couldn't sleep. Anyway, long story short, I had a really bad time, and no, Whew. I had a really bad time with my allergies the past 2 days. And while I could have technically recorded because I wasn't bedridden or anything, you'd have had constant sneezing and coughing. I wouldn't have seen much because my eyes were pretty much swollen, and that would have made it for me very unenjoyable, and for you probably too. So I didn't record anything. Again, you know, that's the trouble with recording basically the day you're uploading the episode, with just doing being so recent with the uploads. There's nothing here. Being so recent with the uploads, the hazard is that if anything ever happens to me or my recording software or computer, or you don't get an episode. So, but we talked about that before, and you seem to be okay with that. Did I just ran around the entire mansion? I cannot believe that. So that's the reason why I didn't upload an episode the last 2 days. I'm still feeling the allergies heavily, but I've medicated. They've gotten a little bit better, as it just so happens to be. The first few days with allergies are always the worst. And so we can finally go back to playing The Witcher. Man, I am enjoying this game so much. It was really pissing me off that I couldn't play it for the last, oh, yeah, 2 days. It's only been 2 days. See, but since I only get around half an hour each day of playing this game, I sort of look forward to it every time I can. Do I really have to go through the crypt? Come on! Are you kidding me? Well, I guess I have to go through the crypt, don't I? Do I? Don't I? Don't I? Do I? I probably do have to. Fuck it. We're just gonna have a very quick little rummage through this crypt and see whether or not this... Oh yeah, shit. Right, so since we're inside the cave now, I'm actually gonna do what I said I was gonna do. Whenever it's dark, where's the gamma? Video? There it is. I'm gonna turn up the gamma to the fullest so that you can actually see something. And me too. Oh, that's nice. It's a lot nicer. A lot brighter. Nope, that is not it. What? Are you sure I can't just burn through it? Balls. Okay, you're sure. Fine, fine. And every time I jump, it goes dark again. Ah, that's annoying. I've been through here. I've stolen everything there is to steal. But I haven't seen a way through the crypt into the mansion. So unless this is like a new thing, I fear we won't actually get very far. Which means I'm just wasting everybody's time here. And I'm not a big fan of doing it.
Grave.
What? What? Oh yes, there are. Why did you put away the torch? Could you tell me that?
Columbines from Giverny. Wonder who brought them. Could Shawnee be missing Vlad?
Oh. No. No, 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 no. Oh. No. No. Not because I don't approve of it, because he's dead. Being crying after a dead person. Crying after a dead person? I don't know the words. Damn it! You know, if you're yearning, yeah, I guess you could use yearning. Yearning for a dead person. It's even worse than yearning for a witcher. Because I mean, at least you can see the witcher sometimes. Seeing a dead person, that's gonna be difficult. And apparently, there is no way through the crypt. I'm sorry about that. I really am. I don't know where to go. Oh, I guess actually you can. I can even have the gamma up high when it's nebulous, as it is here. There has to be like some secret. Oh. Nope, nope, nope. Not a secret entrance. Oh, wait a minute. Can I just... No, of course I can't jump over here. This is ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous. There has to be some way for me to get in there. I'm sure it would have been really easy.
Kendrick!
Come on.
Kendrick!
What the fuck? Oh shit. Oh, that's all I would have needed to do.
Kendrick! You there?
Not so loud.
Ah! God, scared me after.
Not so loud, I said. Fog's not natural. Could be something in there hiding. Foglets or air nymphs, for example. Don't want to attract them. Believe me.
Foglets? Oh, sweet mother Melitterly, why'd I ever come here?
That's a good question.
Good question. What are you doing here?
See, Kendrick and me, we thought Manor's been empty all these years, full of fine things going to rot.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
So you're a thief.
Thieves steal from the living. What's the harm taking from the dead? Kendrick went to open the door. I stood watch. Suddenly heard his lamp smash. Then nothing. Quiet. Called out to him, but...
Haven't had the balls to go search for him, understandably.
What was that? One of them foglets you spoke of?
No.
Phew. That's a stone off my...
I'll see what that was and look for your partner. You?
I ain't about to wait around. I'm out of here.
That's
Pretty
not a
sprawling,
foglet.
this estate.
It looks even worse. Use your witch sense to search for the ground of the Eric estate for a
How am I gonna
violet
find
rose.
that rose in this fog?
Search for the partner of the thief you met. This guy sounded like a very, very dangerous sort of ghost.
Someone's still tending to the flower beds. No violet rose, though.
That's ooh, look, scent. Scent. Scene? No, scenes from a marriage is what it's called. Nope.
Woods rotted completely.
That's the Van Everett estate. Look, this I just want to mention this. This house, this estate was auctioned off. It was auctioned off. Right? Whoever bought it is an idiot. Oh, maybe it was haunted and that's why I left it alone. Because it is beautiful. I wouldn't just leave it standing there. I can't imagine the person who bought this estate. Actually, I can't imagine that the person who bought this estate has a nicer house. But I'm sure he has a son or a daughter or somebody who'd appreciate, you know, be given the estate.
Beehives. Well maintained, but dormant.
Okay. Maybe it's a ghostly beekeeper. Of course, it's not gonna be a ghostly beekeeper, but what the heck, right? Man, am I gonna eat my words if it's actually a ghostly beekeeper?
Fresh manure.
So it turns out that just the groundskeeper is still alive and he doesn't have anything better to do, so he just stayed here and tended to the grounds because, well, why not, right?
Rather worn. Used often. Wonder by who?
Really? You're in the Von Everett estate and you wonder who was using the
Water's
benches?
ice cold. Mountain
Extreme
violet rose
cold.
here. Maybe somewhere out back.
So what? The mountain water was stream cold and this water is ice cold. I guess what you want to say is that this water is colder than the one that's coming out from the stream, but if that water was ice cold, then it would be ice because it's not flowing. Can you see water flowing? Unless there's like
Somebody's still taking care of the place.
unless there is, say, salt in this water, which there wouldn't be since it is from a stream, and not from the ocean, there shouldn't be any salt in it, or, you know, not a whole lot. Not anything mentionable? Worth of mentioning. And this door is open. Search for the partner of the human. Examine the back garden. Oh. Sure. Let's examine the back garden. A black cat. A blind black cat?
I'd scooch along, kitty. This place. What's that? That. Digging.
Well, maybe it's a grave digger who thought that estate looked just fucking awesome. This cat is coming along. It's looking at me. No, it's just fucking off. Okay. It might also just be following me, which would be creepy.
Prints from cleated boots, leading from the back of the garden. A lockpick? Must have been the other thieves.
Oh, that's a very clean, nice set of lockpicks. And they are rather big.
Someone dragged a wounded man through here.
What was I saying before I went in here? Oh yeah, something about water. Right. Yeah, for this water to be ice cold and not be ice, something would happen to it. It must be treated in some way, shape, or form. Of course, supernatural means always an option in this game, and you know, in fantasy games as a whole, always an option. I suppose it's you know, it is as it is. In this case, supernatural options are the reason for why the water is ice cold and yet not frozen. And since if you've listened to that ramble, that useless ramble, I'm sorry. I wish you a nice day, and that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Please comment and subscribe. Bye.